I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It has to be this way. This will not be the last word. What the hell? We're your only friends.
But we barely got to know each other.
When the mast was first carved by Thomas the carpenter, which would have been completed in July of last year, he put one coat of varnish on and told me he'd only put one coat of varnish on. So I want to now get a second coat. But now that it's been up for a year, you can see it's starting to go grey. So I'm just going to run it along with it with a bit of sandpaper. We've got some dry weather for the next few days, so I'm just going to do that. I have this little pulley here, and I found this cord, and I'm going to fly a flag. I haven't decided which flag, but I'm going to put the cord in place now while the mast is down, so I can do it should I remember to put a flag up. Teeny baby little British ensign, Dutch flag, Irish flag. Now that the whole thing's sanded down, I have to get all the dust off, as you can see. And that's where we're gonna have to wash it. Now there's little spots of snow coming down. I don't think it's serious snow, it's just really cold. Wiped it down, it's all gone a bit yellowy. Sort of already dry at the top. Anyway, let it dry out properly, Canis. Let's do a little test. Yeah, perfect. Back up again. So we'll leave it now, and tomorrow we'll put Danish oil on it. This is the most expensive paintbrush I've ever bought. $8.99. This is Superior Danish oil, and I'm going to rub this down with this stuff. It's clear, but more importantly, it's got UV protection. And then once that's dried in, varnish the whole thing with polyurethane varnish. Still, that's good. Coat in, and then we'll be able to do a varnish tomorrow. Let's get on with it. dry you off. Yes, I know. Oh, you're feisty. You go in there. Yeah, you go in there. You need to be warmed up, shivering because you're in shock. I'm keeping them warm because I have no other means of keeping them warm. They're both chirping now, which is a good sign. And they stop shivering. Still a bit of shivering, but he's getting lively. I'm on the internet, trying to work out what to do next. Okay, so you leave a there was a voicemail, so leave a text message with you. So I've contacted London Wildlife Protection, which is an organisation I've dealt with before, and they have a policy in which they never put down animals. So I've sent them the information they need. They have got back to me immediately. They do it by text, and they have asked me to send a WhatsApp picture of these two. So that has been done. I don't think there's anything wrong with this chick. So this is the one that was so difficult to get out because he's feisty. The other one is in here warming up because although he's now warm, he, whatever, although she's warm, still there's a little bit of shivering, but so I'm going to just let it chill out. But not you. No, you are up for adventure. All the brothers and sisters sadly passed away, and I'm waiting for them to do a poop. Like now. I would love to look after these chaps myself, but my concern is that I'm not good at it. I think it would be best to leave it to a professional who knows exactly what to do. All right. Yep. I think the captain would be proud of me. I have my own parrot of sorts. Okay, let's put them in. Oh, just stay in there. Stop fighting. Seriously, I need you to... No, we need to send you... Sally, can you just stop being annoying? Okay, give me a bit more space. I'm so paranoid about suffocating them, so I'm going to leave it open, and I'm going to pin the zipper so it doesn't undo itself as I cycle. Right, let's go for a cycle and hand these over for their new and safer life. Out of the way! Animal rescue coming through! That's the River Thames, and we have to get across to the other side, which means the Rotherhithe Tunnel. Now they have to get through the Rotherhithe Tunnel, and it stinks in here from fumes. Let's go. Here we go! Hold your breath! he's still alive. Ducklings on the south side of the river. So let's go and give these fellas away.
You got a video when they're stepping in the water.
There they are. This is Andy, and Andy's going to send them off to the Swan Trust, is that right?
Swan Sanctuary.
Swan Sanctuary.
Well, they may go to somebody called Anne who may
look after them
for a while.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Andy. Really appreciate it. Now, I'll let you do this because you're going to grab them.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to take the whole thing in.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Indoors, right? Okay.
Do you want me to wait here?
Yes, please.
Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah. My original plan was to do the varnishing in the morning, but I'm going to do it now, and it's coming up to about 5 o'clock in the evening, simply because I've been running around dealing with ducklings all day. So let's bring it down. Oh, why does it feel stuck? What have I done? Alright, I always forget something. I forgot to take the front stay off. No nonsense, trade yard varnish. Anyway, it's polyurethane varnish. Final coat, polyurethane varnish. Interesting thing, when you're putting on the oil, it just flies on. It's oil, it's lubricated. You just put it on and it soaks in and there's no complications. Varnish, you have to be so much more careful. So what I do is, I have my little pot here and I dip the tip of my brush, and you see just enough, and then I apply it and then go back for more. And where I painted before, I have to keep wiping off excess varnish as I go along. And I can see, I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it there. So I do it in a little section and then I go back over. So this worked so far. There's no bit of excess there, and it's only really on the sides here that it happens. But I have a little rope and I move my rope along because I can't tell. So this is freshly painted and this is yesterday's paint job, but I can't tell the difference. I mean, this is dry and that's wet, but that's about it. But if I put my little bit of rope down onto the next section, which also incidentally, there's enough knots, I could just do it by the knot because the knots are equidistant, because obviously these are the branches coming out of the tree. I'm not finished this, so I'll put that back. And yeah, so I paint a section which is generally from here to there, make all that painted, and then afterwards move on. But I'm constantly looking back to see if there's any drips developing, and then I do a wipe down. And although every time you do a wipe down it suddenly turns matte, but that doesn't matter, it finds its level again. And the only place that I need to really worry about is just here on the sides. It seems it can come down evenly, and then here it decides, oh, that's enough, and then that's where you get the dribbles. So I have to just keep an eye on it. And so far as I'm going down, I got no dribbles from yesterday's paint because I've been pretty thorough about it. There's another one there. So now I have it painted up to this point here, and what I need to do is raise it up. But one of the things that I have discovered, when it was designed originally, the mast without rigging, it's balanced with these weights, and I find it very easy to drop the mast down, and found it very difficult lifting it up, and I thought I was getting old. And then I realised what was happening with all the extra rigging that I'm putting on. It's adding weight to the mast, which is making it heavier, so it's out of balance. So these are anodes, these are zinc anodes, which were on the original counterweight of the original mast, and obviously the same thing happened over time. They needed to add more weight as more rigging went onto it. So I still have them, so I've temporarily shoved them in here, and this makes it a lot easier to lift. Let's go and do that. Some drips. Get rid of them. Job done. Thank you for watching. See you next week. Thankfully, some mothers do have them.